This is Debbie Robinson, and I am in Bali shooting this video on just basic movements. We're going to learn how to move the spine in 6 movements. So come to a seated position. You could find yourself on the floor in Sukhasana with the legs folded, or you can sit in a chair, or even if you were standing. I'd like us to get to a point where we don't have to just practice yoga on a mat. We don't actually just have to prepare for it. We can do it whenever. So that's my real goal, is that you use the word yoga the way that it was intended, which is for you to reconnect your body, your mind. So it's not an exercise, and it's not just about moving the body. It's about freeing up the body so that your energy can flow and you can be as connected as possible to the energy that runs all of life. So coming to a seated position, if you're on a chair, I'm sitting on a chair, you come to the front edge of the chair so that you actually activate the back muscles to help hold you upright. For some of you, this in and of itself might actually cause a little bit of work, and you might start to feel it. So if that's the case, just do this, come to the seated position, and then activate the core by gently lifting as if you had a corset. So lifting up and then inward, as if you're hugging your lumbar spine with your muscles. So just a gentle activation here, and that will help to support from the base the weight of the upper body and all that it has, the muscles, the bones, and all the parts of you that are here and above. So coming to that nice seated position, you can activate gently that core for support as you come seated. And then we will start to move the spine in 6 movements. So you're going to first take a big inhale, slide the hands on the thighs, lift the chest, let the elbows come underneath the shoulders, open up the throat, take a big inhale. This is a back bend. This is something we need more of in our lives. Take another inhale. And as you're ready with the exhalation, gather that core, gently push back towards the spine and start to push a little stronger with the belly button towards the back of the body. Let the hands come forward and feel the weight as you rock back towards the back edge of the chair. And then inhaling to come forward, let the elbows go underneath, let the throat open. Exhale, gather that core, pressing back towards the stomach, feel the weight on the chair, and then inhale forward. Exhale back, and again, inhale forward. Now just continue with this. It's at your own pace, that you could make this a real slow breath, using the breath to match the breath with the movement. Or if you'd like to do a little bit more of an energetic movement, you can actually inhale, exhale, exhale. And then let's come through. Let's do this lateral side body. So take one hand to the side, take the other hand out. Reach up towards the sky and then really reach up. Feel the lower ribs pulling away from the top of the pelvis, and then activate the core here. So gently push the core, again, maybe a little stronger than gently, pushing the core back towards the spine. And then notice the elbow here. Is your elbow forward? Are you rounded in that upper spine? And try to bring that elbow back, or that upper arm bone, so it's in alignment with your ear. Reaching up, inhale. And then as you exhale, laterally flexing over to the side. Use the hand that's on the chair for support. And then inhale to come back up. And let's do the other side. So first of all, inhale, reach your arm up and really stretch. So stretch this side here, stretch from the lower ribs to the top of the pelvis, reaching. Feel the stretch in your body. And if you feel anything in the low back, the front core is the protector. So gently hug that lumbar spine, press the front abdominals back towards the back. Feel that there's a deep contraction, so you know that you're doing something with the core. And then noticing that upper arm, bring that upper arm so that it's in alignment with the head. Reach up and over. Exhale. And then let's do some movement here. Inhale up and exhale over. Really reach out of the limbs. So reach as long as you can, inhaling and exhaling. Use your breath, and you're practicing yoga. Breath with movement. Feel that beautiful stretch along the side body. And then what this is doing is, as you lengthen on that side body, you lengthen and you stretch the tissue that wraps your body, this connective tissue deep inside and superficially. And you stretch so that the nerves, the blood vessels, the lymphatic vessels and nodes can actually have more space. And then with the lymphatic system, it only moves when we move it. It's either movement or massage. So just moving your body, think about gently pumping. This is a pumping action inside for that lymphatic fluid. And then let's do one more each side. This is usually a fan favorite amongst my students, is this lateral flexion. And it's also one of my favorites. Great for those of you with lower back issues as well, as you create space between the rib cage and the top of the pelvis. So let's come back to the upright position and then notice where the body weight is. So notice if the body weight is creeped all the way forward to the very front edge of the chair, still with your back away from the back of the chair if you have a back at the back of the chair. And if the weight is creeped forward, gently lift up pelvic floor and then press back. So a little up and a little contraction here to activate that core so that you feel more evenly weighted in your seat. And then let's just stop here for a second, close the eyes. Going inside to the interoception, to the somatic awareness, to the feeling aspects of your body. And feel the tushy on the chair. Noticing if you are equally weighted on both sides. And then noticing if the weight is more forward or back. Noticing if the heart is beating. That lateral flexion, if you did that with some intensity, you might have created an increase in heart rate. So just noticing, take one more breath here. And then bringing yourself back up. Let's do the rotation movement of the spine. So we've done flexion and extension, first two. And then we did the lateral to one side, lateral to the other side. Now we're going to do rotation. So let's bring the hand up in front of you and the thumb, the gaze is at the thumb. So keep your gaze in alignment with your thumb. And as you inhale, follow the gaze with the thumb as you open. Let the upper shoulder blade slide onto the back. And then exhale to close. Inhale to open. Gaze is looking at the thumb. Exhale to close. And again, inhale to open. Let's stay here on the third time. Inhale to open, stay here. And then go ahead and lower that arm. Add flexion to the wrist, so open up the fingers behind you. And then rotate the head forward. Keep going so that the chin comes right above the armpit. Take an inhale. And then exhale to slowly lower the chin towards the chest. We call this smelling the armpit pose. You can see why. So make sure that you are not lifting up your shoulder. Don't wear a shoulder as an earring. So drop your shoulder. If you have any shoulder issues and you feel any pressure in the shoulders, drop the shoulder and let the hand go back a little bit more. So of course, listening to your body, to the right movements for your body. One more breath here. And then let's lift the head up, bringing the head back to center, and then bringing the arm, bending the elbow. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So bring the arm up. Notice the shoulder here. Are you wearing a shoulder earring? If so, lower that shoulder. Lower, lower, lower. And then the gaze is fixed on the thumb as you inhale to open. Exhale to close. Stay within your range of motion. There's no prizes given here in yoga. So you're just going and moving in whichever way feels good for your body. You inhale to open, following the gaze with the thumb. And then on the third time, we're going to stay open. So inhale. Stay here as you lower the arm and you open up the hand. Fingertips are behind you, palm is facing away from you. Take an inhale here. And then you're going to bring the face forward, and then you're going to turn it. So rotation in the cervical spine now. You're going to move the chin right above the right shoulder. Take an inhale here. And then exhale to slowly bring the chin down towards the chest. So I was taught this by one of my teachers in my yoga therapy training that is a phenomenal physical therapist. And this creates a lot of space here, more space beyond the normal space available for the nerves, the peripheral nervous system that runs off the cervical spine, passing over the shoulder joint through the chest and down that arm. So you might feel some nerve sensations, which is tingling, And of course, only doing this when the sensations feel okay for you. Take an inhale here. And an exhale. And then bring your head up first. And then bring it through the rotation. And then release that arm. So let's bring the shoulders forward. Let's bring them up. Let's bring them back. And let's bring them down. Try to let the elbows go along for the ride here as you come forward, up, back, and down. And then let's do the opposite. Back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. So that was the 6 movements of the spine. And then as an added bonus, we were able to create more space here where the peripheral nervous system that feeds the fingers, the wrists, and the arms, we were stretching the tissue there to create more space and better pathways for that transmission to occur. So as always, the voice that you listen to is a voice inside. You listen to whatever feels good for your body. And the more you practice yoga, the more you learn about this interoception or the somatic awareness. So somatic means body. And when you can bring yourself with your awareness into your body, then you are on a pathway where you can actually self-heal. You can either pay more attention to the signals of the body, or you can just help keep yourself real fluid, real movable, and nice and loosey and juicy. So thank you for joining me. You can do these poses, these movements as often as you'd like, in any position that you like. And it's a good idea throughout the day to move the spine and to remove any potential physical blocks and let your energy flow. So thank you so much for joining me. This is Debbie Robinson.